C3, recognizing Amarance Lee for her term as mayor. And I see many of Councilmember Lee's family and friends are here, which is wonderful. So we have, the first item is a beautiful resolution. And I am not Vanna White, but here it is for everyone to see. And I will pass it to Councilmember Lee while I read it aloud, so she can read along. Commending Amarance Lee for her first term as mayor of the city of San Mateo. Resolved by the City Council of the City of San Mateo, California, that Amarance Lee has served the citizens of San Mateo as an influential member of this City Council since 2019 and has completed her first stint as mayor from December 2022 to December 2023, in a year that included many large issues for San Mateo, coupled with great community activism. And whereas, following New Year's Eve historic storms that produced historic flooding throughout San Mateo and impacted 10,000 homes, Amarance used her State of the City address entitled San Mateo and Our Resilient Future to inspire the community to collectively seek solutions for the future with both creativity and dedication through cultivating prosperity, encouraging placemaking by strengthening the built environment, public amenities, and housing affordability, and most importantly, by empowering San Mateans with a commitment to dedicated representation, transparency, and accessibility by and to its electeds. And whereas, in response to the historic storms, she conceived and created the San Mateo Flood Relief Fund and achieved donations of over $56,000 to support our local community to help those affected by the floods recover and rebuild. And whereas, the regular business of the city continued on, with Amarance presiding over 21 regular meetings and 28 special meetings, with 419 items heard and dispatched with, as she worked hard to continue to meet the city's ongoing needs. Additionally, she presided over 5 recruitments for board and commission openings, which included interviewing 22 candidates, and ensured new representative involvement, promoting diversity and inclusion on our commissions. And she initiated, encouraged, and conceived of the importance of youth commission recruitment and the seating of our 2 first youth commission advisory members on the Park and Recreation Commission. And whereas, a major accomplishment in 2023, she, along with the City Council, presided over a robust recruitment and hired our new city manager to ensure continuity of operations that will continue for all San Mateans, and a new and exciting leadership that is embraced. And whereas, some of the many initiatives during her year as mayor included participating in discussions and encouraging progress on the city's General Plan 2040, listening to the community and advocating for housing affordability, involvement in the process to review and submit the housing element to the state for certification, supporting a charter amendment to examine and correct governance systems, supporting a comprehensive, complete streets plan, approving the Racial Equity Art Project, approving a voluntary expenditure limit for election campaigns. She is keenly concerned with climate change impacts and is a strong advocate for right-sized solutions, including voting to approve a $3 million appropriation to fund high-priority flood mitigation efforts to prepare the city's aging infrastructure to face the modern-day challenges posed by climate change. And she did a great job representing the city of San Mateo with dignity, joy, and grace in Toyonaka, Japan, at the 60th anniversary celebration of our city's sister relationship with Toyonaka. And whereas Amarance is known for her passionate commitment to community needs, focusing on overcoming generational, social, and economic challenges, representing the underrepresented, bringing a focus to vulnerable populations, and then working hard to find equal representation for all, supporting sustainability causes, democratic principles, and especially speaking up for those who don't have a voice. And she is a ready and able leader on any bond, ballot, or community desired issue, and will strategize, organize, and persist to ensure the right thing happens. In short, AMO is a force to be reckoned with. And now, therefore, the city does hereby formally extend its deepest appreciation for the commitment, dedication, leadership, and heartfelt public service given by Amarance Lee, in which all of the San Mateo community benefited from her passionate care of many causes dear to their hearts, keen attention to protecting the governance processes, vocal support for treasured initiatives, as well as her deep dedication to the community. Approved this 16th day of January 2024 by the mayor and all the council members, and attested to by Patrice M. Olds, the city clerk. Congratulations. I barely got through reading all the things she did. How did she ever sleep, right? So I would like to invite my fellow council members to join me to express appreciation to Amarance. Who would like to begin? Councilmember Hedges.
First, I'd just like to thank you for everything you've done this last year, especially your work on flood-free San Mateo. It's going to help so many residents of this city. I met you about 7 years ago. You invited me to a cleanup in North Central. I was so impressed with your organizing skills. The number of people that showed up to help was the largest I've ever seen in a similar event. There were 400 people that fanned out across North Central neighborhood and picked up large quantities of trash. I said to you at that time, I thought you should consider running for city council. When an appointment became available, many people came to support your appointment. I was one of them, and I was so pleased when you were appointed. After you came on the council, you supported the people in our city that are struggling to remain here. As we both know, they are the people that create the services in most instances that we need to remain residents here. I am awed by your intelligence. I truly mean that. You speak several languages fluently. I saw you step down from the podium and speak fluent Spanish to a family here in the council chambers that speak no English. Your delivery at meetings is smooth and fluid, and your presence is remarkable. I will tell you that I'm so happy that I was given the opportunity in January to nominate you and elevate you to the position of mayor. Thank you very much.
Councilmember Lorraine.
I want to be careful because I want to, talk about the accomplishments of Mayor Lee in last year without necessarily making it seem as though we're bidding goodbye to her or anything. She's still here on council and she has quite a bit left to accomplish, and I'm sure she will do that. But I do want to thank Amarance for your service as mayor to the city of San Mateo during a historic year, seeing us through many challenges, and with a council of 5 council members, 4 of whom were just getting onto the dais to meet those challenges. That's a tough assignment for anybody, and it was going to be an especially tough assignment for the new council. It was at that time that we needed somebody proven, somebody with experience. Particularly, we were fortunate to have someone with the experience of other historic challenging years before us. She was hardened. She has the strength and the courage and the experience and leadership to guide us. We are very fortunate to have had her leadership at that time. we had a number of big challenges, as most people in this room are well aware, from historic flooding, as was noted, that presented two large challenges to our city, not just what we need to do to help those in need at the moment and repair that which had been damaged after the storms we just endured, but what to do with regard to future planning so that we don't find ourselves in that situation again, what to do about deferred maintenance over decades, and planning for a more sustainable and resilient future. We of course had many, we have a new city manager now, and you know, on top of everything, there was a new task before us during last year to replace our top city executive, and we've had some other changes as well. We needed leadership and experience at that time to see us through and make the best choice for the people of San Mateo. We needed somebody who I think has time and again shown that nobody cares about San Mateo more than Amarantz Lee, and you know, a willingness to serve and a drive to serve for all San Mateans every day. I'm glad that we won't lose that on our city council. I appreciate a number of ways that you've, I think, opened up the city a bit. We are now in, you know, a city of district representation, and I think Mayor Lee gave us a start to understand how that might allow for a more diverse experience in our city. We had the State of the City at King Center, and boards and commission meetings. We've had town halls throughout, and I think, you know, from our youngest to our oldest, leading on initiatives like having youth commissioners in our Parks and Rec Commission, and exploring ways to allow more in our boards and commissions, and those interested in running for council to do so. The city and this council are in your debt. Thank you.
Councilmember Lee, thank you for all you've done this past year. I'm not going to go through, Adam just did a great job of recapturing everything. But one of the things that I had the pleasure of getting to do with you was to bring in the first youth commissioners. And that is a program that was completely brought to the forefront by you. And it's just a real testament to bringing the youth of our city into the city. And I'm very proud of and thankful that I got to go through that experience with you. And I look forward to that program continuing to grow. And that was really something that, an effort that you put forward and that you put into place. And so for that, I'm very thankful. And thank you for everything this past year. Thank you.
And since I've already exhausted every whereas and therefores, I think the thing that obviously hit with the audience here is Ammo is a force of nature. She is a force to be reckoned with. And I think we've seen both your time as mayor as well before you were on council, that when you get an idea and you get a passion, you can bring people together and harness that energy and lead the way forward and get things done. And that is a very rare talent, and one that everyone in San Mateo should thank you for, because it has certainly benefited our community in so many different ways. And as she said to us at the beginning of the meeting, the first meeting, this is the only time I've sat in the right seat. She's sat in every other seat here, which means she's been involved in so many decisions and so many strategies and so many policies, and contributed so much to the health and well-being of San Mateo, and that is truly, truly appreciated by all of us. And I also would like to call out the fact that she's balancing being a mom with being a council member, which tends to take your time 24/7 and then some. And I appreciate that even more being in this seat than I did last year. But I know it's a difficult thing, and I I really want to thank you for putting both things high on your priority, but always understanding that it's your family that is really the joy of your life, and bringing that joy to the council every time you're here. So thank you very much. Congratulations. And we look forward to all the great things you're going to do going forward. So surprise, surprise, we have a couple of gifts for you. And the first one is a gift from the city, and Council Member Lorraine is going to present it. Ooh.
What's in the box? Why, it's a crystal gavel. The ownership.
Whoa.
It works, Patrice?
That is authority.
All right.
There you
Gotta
go.
test it out, right?
Well done. There we go. Now the gift giving continues, and council has a gift, and that is going to be Council Member Hedges who shares that.
This is a beautiful orchid, as well as a gift certificate for a restaurant here in San Mateo to sort of placate your family who would often have to leave at home and miss dinner. I will tell you that it's good it's going to your house, because the orchids go to my house to die.
And as we have all said, we know that your year as mayor involves a lot of sacrifice, personal and for your family. So Councilmember Newsom wants to express our appreciation to Simon and Mia for sharing your mom with us this year. Do you want to divulge what they are?
They are basketballs. So get outside and have some fun.
Excellent. So I think at this point it's appropriate to turn it over to Emerance for a few words.
I really appreciate all of this, this acknowledgement, and I know that everyone sitting here up on the dais, and those of you who are veteran organizers, you know that we don't do the work for the accolades, but it is nice when they come. And I also really appreciate the way that that I'm sure Patrice and Martin worked so hard on this resolution, and the chance to review some of the work that has been achieved through our efforts and the community's efforts. I had set out to write something in preparation for this this night, and unfortunately my day yesterday was completely derailed when I very suddenly lost a dear family member. And those are the moments in life when things stop and you have to really take stock of what's important and why we do the work that we do. And I'll share a little bit about my auntie, because she was just 68 and I thought I had a lot more time with her. And when I think about the imprints that she made on me in my life, she was a self-made woman. She never graduated from college. She really made her own way. And And in making her own way, she paved the path for folks who didn't have opportunities. And that was really her life's work. And I never got a chance to tell her that. And I hope in my actions and in my legacy that I conveyed what she gave me and the values she instilled in me as a testament to honor her. And I hope that my actions speak for themselves, because I don't have a chance to tell her. So I share this with you all because I know everyone in this room is part of the work. And none of the things that are on this piece of paper or not on this piece of paper or yet to be written, we're all part of making San Mateo the best possible place it can be. And I hope that when we do this work that we can show up and be the best possible versions of ourselves. And it requires deep care and respect. And I think that we've really come together around some key initiatives this year. And I really hope that we can continue moving forward in unity. And I will say just a little bit about the people sitting in this room who've had my back, and the people that are my North Star and my foundation. And when I'm sick, I don't have to ask, because they know that I need soup and groceries. And so, all of us are doing this work through the support of our families and through the sacrifices of our families and friends. And I just want to especially acknowledge the sisterhood that supports me, the North Central community that keeps me grounded, and my children, who are my reason for everything. You two really got me into this work when I joined the PTA a million years ago. And that was the path. And so I thank you for inspiring me on this path, and also for paying the price of service, which is very high. And I know that it takes a toll on you, and it costs you in many ways. And so I thank you for being on this journey with me, all of you. And it's not done. We got a lot more work to do. So thank you so much.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Okay. I guess we're gonna do public comment first, since probably there are lots of public comments, and then we will take a photo with Amaranth at the end. So, Deputy Clerk.
Yes, for the mayor, our first speaker will be Noelia Corzo.
Oh, first up.
That's Supervisor Noelia Corzo.
Wasn't expecting to go first. That's okay. Good evening, everyone. I just want to thank Mayor Lee for her dedication to the city of San Mateo and beyond. You had a challenging year as mayor, but you rose to the occasion with grace and resilience. Your analytical mind, dedication, and commitment to both short and long-term solutions to our city's most pressing issues do not go unnoticed. From supporting numerous school district ballot measures, to organizing community cleanups, to raising money to help our community recover from flooding, to making sure we spent a couple of hours in December walking to support a flood-free San Mateo. You never shy away from hard work, and you lead by example. Now, on a more personal note, while some may believe that you and I agree on everything, we both know that's not true. and we have debated each other, challenged each other, and supported each other's growth. And I am so proud of you. You are courageous, kind, and our city is lucky to have you as a leader. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Corzo. Our next speaker will be Alexis Lewis.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Mayor and City Council members. Congratulations, Amo. So proud of you. I'm happy to be here tonight for this special celebration. As the Mayor, you displayed integrity, self-awareness, courage, respect, compassion, and resilience. I admire your ability to bounce back from obstacles and setbacks when you were faced with people who wanted to see you fail. Thank you for the work you've done to promote the common good and remain committed to the city's responsibility to serve all residents. Thank you for ensuring that everyone had access to government services and that marginalized groups had their opinions heard by city officials. Thank you for standing for inclusion, truth, and justice. Now I'll get religious with you. May God bless you, continue to watch over you and your beautiful children. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker will be Seema Patel.
Good evening, City Council. Also want to congratulate Amarance Lee. Thank you so much for all of your work this past year as mayor. As other people have pointed out, there's so many initiatives that you brought to San Mateo that were your idea, and everything from campaign finance reform to the youth commissioners, like that, those changes were because of your leadership. And I particularly appreciate all of your work to make sure that our underrepresented community members have a voice on the dais, and all of the bold leadership and decisive action that you have taken to make sure that San Mateo moves in the direction of equity and inclusion and sustainability. It was a tough year, and I appreciate that you never stopped doing the work, as other people have pointed out. I talked to a resident last year who told me Mayor Lee is the hardest working mayor I've ever met. I'm sure they meant no disrespect to any other mayors that may be in the audience. And it's true, you never stop. So thank you so much for all you've done for San Mateo.
It's not a competition.
Thank you. Our next speaker will be Jonathan New, followed by Jordan Grimes and Robert Whitehair.
Good evening, City Council. My comment probably won't be as eloquent as some of the previous ones, but I did want to take a moment to thank you, Amarance, for a great year as mayor. Really appreciate your courageous leadership over the past year, particularly for such areas like flood-free San Mateo and the beautiful murals we have on our closed B Street. And thank you for helping make San Mateo a great place to live and work. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Jordan Grimes.
Good evening, Council, staff, Honorable Mayor. Like so many others, I just want to take a moment tonight to commend Councilmember Lee on her mayoral tenure. Acknowledgement of and understanding of our city's past, action in our present, and planning for our future, all at the same time, comprise and require a balancing act not for the faint of heart. Public service, true public service, requires a deep, deep love of a city and its people, of those who inhabit it. And if there's one thing you have proven time and time again, it's that you have the heart and that love and that desire of a better and fairer life for all of those who call San Mateo home and for all of those who want to. During your time as mayor, you have not only been the voice, you have been the voice of so many who are too often not represented on this dais, of youth, of working class residents, of renters, and of those 60,000 some odd people who work in our city but cannot live here. We are grateful to you. With you on the council, with this council in its entirety, our city's best days lie ahead. We look forward to them. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Our next speaker will be Robert Whitehair, followed by Terry Whitehair.
Amherst Lee, congratulations for all you've done. Congratulations for being such a steadfast proponent of San Mateo. I first met Amo when she was on the General Plan Subcommittee more than 5 years ago. My first impression was, this is a leader. This is the future of San Mateo. When it came time to give you an endorsement when you ran for office, my comments were, this is a woman who is the future of San Mateo in so many ways. You help the city be vibrant, and you help the city be what it is, so congratulations.
And congratulations again. You are a voice and a perspective that we are one community, and all of our voices are important and need to be heard. And I honor that, and I honor your vulnerability that you share with us so that we can really be in relationship in the community and really get to know each other. And I appreciate your future thinking and your dynamism and your personal connection with everyone. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Concludes public comment.
All right, well, that was a very, very lovely thing. Thank you to everyone who spoke and everyone who is here, and thank you to Emirates for your service. We are going to continue on now. Oh, excuse me, with our picture. We're going to continue with our picture. So let's get together. And where would you like us? Down here?
Should I take the gavel?
She's got the gavel, so be careful.
Will the gavel end?